we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Just a short time ago, smoke from the pyrotechnics filled the dome as the Colts made their way out of the locker room. We're set for football as the Colts get set to match up with the Los Angeles Rams. Just about time to rock as Toe gets ready to meet leather. And we are underway here on EA Sports. From the 6. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. On first down, it's Darnold. And his first look is incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now Darnold finds the open target, Arnold. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Darnold. And he'll find Pittman. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. On the ground, it's Eckler. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw is Darnold. He'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, but they're still a yard short here with 4th down forthcoming. They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. So not successful there on the challenge, and he'll have to be careful from here on out because he'll only have one challenge remaining. A pass there over the middle to start things out. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. To throw his car. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. In on the sack, the former Buckeye, Tyquan Lewis.
Well, when you time those screen passes perfectly, they can work perfectly, but that time it took a little too long to develop.
And you zeroed in on exactly what makes that play go. Timing. Because if the timing's off at all, those unblocked defenders coming at the quarterback, they'll put him on the deck.
And once again, this Colts defense stops him behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. Here's Carr to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darius Leonard, the linebacker. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
Well, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes, those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
Here's 2nd and 9.
Here's Darnold. And this one complete to Smith. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
From the 8, they've got it 1st and goal.
A handoff, it's Eckler. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. He was trying to clear the way, the big fullback. Instead, he gets a hold.
And you don't see that very often on running plays from those guys because usually they're the lead blocker. Normally, when he gets caught, it's in a passing situation.
A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Hey, check Mike 11. Check Mike 11. Here we go.
Now it's Darnold. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Very fortunate to get another shot. Here's 2nd and goal.
Hey, check Mike 11. Check Mike 11. Tackle.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. He'll buy some time right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the 1st quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass.
It's going to be a long day. Hey, check Mike 11. Check Mike 11. Here we go.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
The toss here completed to Pittman.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
And this one is right through. And the Colts hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the 3.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Carr. Airing it out deep for Woods. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Throwing now is Carr. That's to the tight end, Colby Parkinson. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A big connection on that one. 30 yards.
It's not often that you'll find offensive and defensive guys that'll agree on much, but one place they find common ground, you've got to protect or attack the middle of the field. And no one was there. What a big play, moving it downfield.
And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
They'll run on 1st down. Reeves. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Carr.
Oh, that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
Now it's Zerline to try the Ram field goal. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. And his kick is good. Didn't hit it all that well, but he got enough on it to put it through. And that will tie us at 3-3. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
Field goals all we've had so far. 3-3 now as the kick is away.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Good starting field position for the Colts as they have it 1st and 10 at the 45. Here's Eckler to begin the drive.
You don't want no problem. You don't want no problem from me.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Let's run. Hey, check Mike 11. Check Mike 11. Don't get nervous.
Darnold now to throw. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he's brought down.
And as a quarterback, you're always pleased when you can use all the weapons at your disposal. Here he spots his fullback underneath, gets the completion right there for a nice pickup.
On 1st down, Darnold. Catch made by Slayton. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Boy, not what you want to see in quarter 1 of the new year. We'll be back.
2nd and 7.
Check Mike 11. Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up.
Back to throw, Darnold. And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down.
You ain't got nothing.
Here's Darnold. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals. It's 6-3. So we're trading first-half field goals. No breakthrough on the touchdown front. Got a 6-3 game.
Yeah, and I know so many people look at a game through offensive eyes, right? They want to see how the game's played that way. You know how I'm going to view it, right? The defenses, to me, have responded well in this game. Like what I'm seeing from them, both of them hoping to keep it to field goals and not give up big touchdowns.
That was tight right now.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving. Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From midfield, here's Carr. He finds his man, complete. It's Reeves. Room here to run. Touchdown, Rams. A big play there. 50 yards. And the Rams are going to jump back in front. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They've probably got some adjustments to make because they've moved the football okay at times, but they haven't been able to get anything consistently going, have they?
What you worry about is it almost turns into a basketball game where one team's coming down and hitting threes, and you're coming back and getting twos, and you steadily lose ground. In this situation, you're talking about touchdowns to field goals. They want to put in the end zone and put those sixes on the board.
Yeah, they've been settling. That's why they're down on the scoreboard right now.
Watch the screen. Hey, check Mike 11. Check Mike 11. All right, T, let's try. All right, T.
On 2nd and 10, Darnold. He's going to air one out. And, incomplete. Great coverage there. He was in the perfect position defensively to make a play on the football, and it'll bring up 3rd down. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Time to go. Night.
Watch tight. Tight ends right. Watch tight. Tight ends right. 4 down. 4 down.
Hey, check. Hey, 80. Check Mike 11. Hey, set.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So pass interference to call. That's going to set him up with a 1st down.
And if it's a bang-bang play, maybe the flag stays in the official's pocket, but instead, he definitely impeded the receiver's right to catch the football. The officials letting the players know how the game's going to be called here in the 1st quarter.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. 2nd quarter now from Indianapolis with the homestanding Colts in possession. 10-6 the score after 1 right here on EA Sports.
Check Mike 11. Check Mike 11. I'm here.
From the 41, Darnold. That is caught. Michael Pittman with it. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Darnold on 1st down. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Second and 10.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son. Hey, Mike 20. Mike 20.
Looking to throw. His throw incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10.
Check Mike 11.
To the air again, Darnold. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. That also a career-long kick for the veteran, Charles.
Yeah, how about what he just got done there? We always knew he had a big leg. But how about everything coming together perfectly on that one? Great leg swing, and bang that one through.
A short kick taken at the 18. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Shotgun now for Carr. And this is going to be incomplete. He was looking for Cooper Kupp there. And that'll make it 3rd down.
That was well defended. They clamped down on every available receiver. Just got to give the win to the defense on that snap.
The Rams on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Now Carr. And he comes back with one complete. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be 4th down.
What now? You waiting? Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo.
Carr to throw for it on 4th down. He'll get that complete to Parkinson. Touchdown, Colby Parkinson, 38 yards, and the Rams add on to their lead.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Zerline now for the PAT. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. So the extra point good, and the roughing call going to move the ball out to the 50 for the kickoff.
And I think this is a good chance to pin them deep if you can land the kickoff inside the 5-yard line or so. Gain some field position for your defense.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. A 1st down throw, Darnold. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
It is fun to watch the big man work the middle of the field. How about that post route there? Did an excellent job of getting his head around to look the football in and gain significant yardage.
On 1st and 10, Darnold goes right back to Smith again. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
On 1st down, Barnett. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough and run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Darnold's throw there taken in by Smith. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. On 3rd down, it's Barnett, and he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
They had yet to run the ball at all on this drive, but 3rd and short definitely was a great time to dial one up.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy?
They'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here's 2nd and 10.
20. In your face. Mike 20, Mike 20, Mike 20.
Off of play action, Darnold nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. The 30. 10. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, L.A. Now Zerline on to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 15 now. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
Hey, Mike 20.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. It's caught. Smith. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Able to force him out of the pocket right, but still able to complete it. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run.
Well, he reminded us that he was a 1,000-yard receiver a year ago as he starts off week 1 picking up right where he left off. He told us at the end of the preseason he was primed for a big year. He just gave us excellent evidence of his belief.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And a quick throw here, that's complete. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Mike 20. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. There we go, Mike 20.
Again, Darnold. The quick slant caught. Touchdown. Dan Arnold from 6 yards away. And the Colts are able to draw a bit closer.
And that touchdown ends a streak, for lack of a better word, of 3 field goals that they put on the board previously. They finally cracked the code.
Yeah, they've been down there. They've been in enemy territory, as you said. They just hadn't been able to punch it in until that point. Extra point attempt to follow here. And this one's back to an 8-point game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Carr gonna throw. That'll be caught. It's Cup. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Over the middle, and he's got Goodwin complete. And he's got this down to the 35. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate. Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Here's Carr. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Julian Blackmon. And the Colts are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. After the interception, here's Darnold. That's complete to Slayton. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Escaping the pressure right. And this, incomplete. He tried to check it down to his running back and nearly had the ball picked.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. And to give this time to the tailback. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. It's caught on the right side at Smith. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
I know they got the first down, but Brandon, I still don't like the call going for it there. Yeah, they got it, but I would have punted the ball there, played some field position. I mean, it's okay to end drives and kicks, right? You know, we've heard that from different guys before. Remember, a kick's either a punt, right, field goal, or a point after touchdown. It's okay to end it in a kick.
On 2nd down, it's Barnett. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
On 1st down, it's Darnold. And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Wide open receiver complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long.
Touchdown, Colts! A 5-yard touchdown. And the Colts get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your...
This is intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. He's at the 50, 30, 10, and he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go. He's going to air it out deep for Woods. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The clock showing just 16 seconds till the half as they line up 1st and 10.
Hey, Mike 20, Mike 20. It's our field. It's our field.
To throw is Darnold. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. It's caught inside the 25. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. So they will wave off the flag and let the completion stand.
Really great job by the receiver fighting through all the contact and still coming down with the football. All that great work in practice being put into the game.
Mike 20. Get your swerve on.
Man left, man left.
We got 4. We got 4.
Darnold. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This will be, let's see, 38 yards out. And his kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, how does the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away? And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime. That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5. Carr. Man open, it's Cup. He's got it. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets, because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Carr now on first down. This is caught. It's Woods. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people.
And he's got it. That's Cup for a Ram touchdown. 3rd touchdown pass now for Derek Carr. And the Rams take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Zerline good with a PAT. And the lead is up to 8. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here.
You go tight. You got tight right there. Hey, Mike 20, Mike 20.
faking the give. Darnold. He sets to fire deep. And this one nearly intercepted. Boy, that would have been a great time for their first pick. But instead, it's third down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Four down.
From the gun on third down, here's Darnold. Complete. Smith has it. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Let's get in there. Let's get in there,
Darnold to throw again. That swung out wide to Harris. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Check Mike 11. Check Mike 11. Come on. 80. Double up.
Throwing again on second down. Darnold over the middle to Smith. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you've got a heck of a tight end candidate.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Strong right.
Play action. It's Darnold. Out to the right and complete to Pittman. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 14. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
2nd and 10, third quarter of the season opener.
Four down. Mike.
Darnold. Throw left side, taken in by Slayton. Touchdown! Darius Slayton, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Colts are a 2-point conversion away from tying this football game.
Man, he just ran a terrific route. Extremely hard to defend when it's run that precisely and the ball's delivered that accurately.
So here's Darnold now as he'll lead his guys up to go for 2.
Here I come again. Check three. Set. Keep going.
They're going to throw for the 2 with Darnold. It's complete. And he'll get into the end zone, and those 2 points are going to tie the game. Only had a couple of yards to gain there on the 2-point conversion, and they were able to do it.
And how many teams shy away from running the football in the 2-point conversion? They treat 2 yards as if it were 20. If you're a good team running the ball, go to your strength. Go ahead and push it into the end zone.
Yeah, they did. It worked. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
A big play that time through the air. 35 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Carr out to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Third quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Carr. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So pass interference, the call there. Always, obviously, Charles, such a subjective call. You agree with the penalty?
Well, from where we're standing right now, I think the officials are tightening things up here in the second half. Maybe a defender gets away with that in the first, but this time the flag comes out, and I think it's a good call.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Second and 5.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, dude.
Throwing now is Carr. Forced out to his left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Trying to get away, but could not. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up 3rd down on the sack. Now Carr. Goodwin able to haul it in. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
On 1st down, Carr. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off down near the 5. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Well, they were in a great position to take the lead, Charles. Obviously, all they needed was a field goal to do that. They wanted the touchdown. Unfortunately, they're going to get neither.
And you know every offense talks about the same thing each week, don't they, Brandon? They want to end every drive with a kick, whether it's a field goal attempt, a point after the touchdown, or at worst a punt. This time they had that opportunity but didn't get it because you know the field shrinks that close to the end zone, and that allows a defense to tighten up their coverage, and they pick that one off.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Meanwhile, Darnold's throw complete there to Smith. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. A play fake, and it's Darnold. And that one incomplete. They tried to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now in Indianapolis. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. Well, some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Tough day. Tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Now it's 2nd and 9.
Here we go, here we go. Strong left, strong left, strong left. Four down, check. Four down. Lady, check.
Darnold now to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Barnett. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
So 3rd down, but you got to think they'd like to get closer, even in a dome with good kicking conditions for a possible field goal.
You don't want it. Ready, 20, Mike, set.
Here's Darnold. Finds the open target, Arnold. Oh, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Mike 20. Go, D. Let's go. Check 31, check 30. Ready.
They snap it. They're going for it. Here's rush coming, and he's taken down. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Kenny Moore. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. first down, Darnold. Oh, no, he lost the football. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
Well, so much for the 4-minute offense. They were trying to reduce the clock, get in position to win the game, and leave no time for them to come back and catch them. And guess what? They turned the ball over. Yeah, I mean, they had it all set up for themselves, and they let it get away. I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
From the 29, Carr. He'll get that complete to Parkinson.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
The Rams on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. Now Carr on the bootleg. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And try to push his way forward, but I think he's going to be short. And he is short. He needed 2. He only got 1. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. We'll see if they can grab the lead. Either way, what a job their defense did to force the turnover on downs to set up this opportunity.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Darnold. He'll get this one to Pittman. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Mike 20. And let's get this. Lady. Tight end right. 4 down.
Here's Darnold. The toss here completed to Pittman. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. And he'll give it here to his running back. 42 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
From the 39, Darnold looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Harris. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 26.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
They're not ready for this. They still playing soft.
They'll run on first down. Barnett. And he stopped immediately there. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
20, Mike 20. I'm here all day. I'm here all day. Mike 20, Mike 20.
Now it's Darnold. It's brought in by Harris. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. A great play there. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Colts have broken our tie as they take the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and they will take a 7-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. That one will be incomplete. He caught it, but could not stay in bounds for the long connection. Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. To throw his car. He finds his man, complete. That's Reeves. And some room to roam now. And down to the 20. A big play there for L.A. The offense has to love that because that was just a dump down, and then he turned something out of seemingly nothing.
And the best quarterbacks understand that dumping it down is often a good play, a better play than even what was drawn up.
So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Carr's throw pulled in by Woods. 7 yards, the pickup there.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Shotgun now for Carr. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And the Rams are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Well, he does have 1 touchdown in the game already, and while this one won't go for 6, it's enough to get him 1st and goal, but you and I both know he's going to be a little upset he didn't cross the goal line for a second time.
And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Colby Parkinson. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Rams are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Zerline now for the PAT. And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the fourth. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Go! Hey, Mike 20, Mike 20. You're not ready. You're not ready.
On first down, it's Barnett, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
8 yards to go on second down.
All day. Double tight, guys, double tight. Four down. Check, check.
There we go, Mike 20, Mike 20, Mike 20. Come.
Here's Darnold. This one is Slayton over the middle. And he's got this down to the 35.
That's a nice job right there, partner, because they were able to work down the middle of the field, working in the seams, because I think defensively, they were guarding the sidelines, trying to keep them from getting out of bounds. They took what they gave them, and it was successful.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10.
Mike 20, Mike 20, Mike 20. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen, watch the screen.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Hey, Mike 20, Mike 20.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Barnett, and only able to get two here, stopped at the 30. The Rams going to be forced to use their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. By the way, you'd be looking at about a 47-yarder from here as they come up on an important third down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll fall forward to the 29-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a fourth down.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive could take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop him with 22 ticks to go in the fourth. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to take the lead here in the final minute. And his kick here is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. So it's another field goal here. He may need to ice his leg after this one. That's now 5 field goals converted in this game alone.
Yeah, get the trainer. They're going to need this guy. And they've needed every single one of the field goals he's made, too. If they're going to get out of here with a win, I say he gets a game ball.
Fields this way up at the 17. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary, but you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
We'll see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. On second down now, it's Reeves. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for the Colts, it wasn't always pretty, but they do eke out the Week 1 victory here by a field goal. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for L.A., they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. So that's a wrap for Charles Davis.